Yes, indeedy, that was April N. Smith opening the show with a song called 1-2 Step Away. And welcome to episode number 23 of Tunesday Tuesday with your host, me, Boston Chris. And for the next hour or two, we're going to be assaulting your eardrums with amazing music. And trust me, it is amazing music. So kick back and relax, and we're going to enjoy some tunes tonight. But before we do, we're going to be chatting with my buddy April N. Smith from the Longview Dangerfield area of East Texas. She has a brand new song out that we're going to be talking about tonight, as well as a lot more stuff. So, yeah, you guys stick around for that interview. That'll be coming up in about 1 minute. However, if you are here afterwards, in other words, on YouTube, and you're wondering, where did the music go? Well, that means you probably just found the interview portion of this show, in which case you can find a full recap for the show down there in your description. There will be a link to episode number 23. If you are watching live out there, guys, on either Twitch or Facebook, you are more than welcome to request a song whenever you would like to. And All donations during this show will obviously not only go to support the show, but if we reach $20 in total donations and bits combined, then we will add an additional 60 minutes of music tonight. That means an hour longer stream. So if you want to support the channel, make sure you do that, either bits through Twitch or donations. You can find me at ETX Rocks on PayPal, or I think it's X Boston Chris X on Cash App. Or if you're in Twitch, just type !donate in your chat. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get over and chat with my buddy April N. Smith, who's ready to talk about her brand new single, which is called Broke My Rose-Colored Glasses. Let's get into that. April, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So, just telling everybody about your brand new song, which is called Broke My Rose-Colored Glasses. And first of all, before we start chatting, I've known you a long time. I just want you to know how proud of you that I am, of how far you have come. I think you and I met for ETX Got Talent or something like that in Gilmer. Do you remember that?
Yes, yes, that's when we met for sure the first
Yeah,
time.
I think that was one or two last names ago, right?
Yeah, maybe a few. Yeah. We won't talk about that, but yes, that's right.
Yeah, and again with COVID and everything, we started letting people take over our social media platform, and you were one of the artists that did that as well in 2020. Just a long history that you and I have together in this music thing. It's so cool to see your name on the charts, and
Oh, thank
I
you.
know how hard you've worked over the years at it, and how passionate you are for your music. So congratulations on all that. It's got to be surreal, right?
It absolutely is. It's definitely one of those moments where you just can't believe it when you see it, and it just keeps coming. And so I'm
Yeah.
thankful for it.
Yeah, and just to see you fronting a band, like up on these big stages too, like it's because I know you paused a lot of this to be a mom, right?
I did. I paused for a long time to raise my three girls, and then when most of them were out of the house, I still had one at home. Whenever I started going back out professionally, but she was old enough she could kind of take care of herself, and so it worked out where I could do both. And thankful to be back out there.
So what's it like, just like getting started again, like kick-starting everything all over again? I mean, it's going to be tough to be so passionate about your art and then pausing it for something else that you're obviously passionate about. Motherhood is no joke either, but then just kind of kick-starting that passion again. It's going to be tough, right?
Well, it definitely was a transition for me to remember what it felt like. But the minute that you get a taste of it, obviously it just all comes flooding back to you. But a lot of the songs that I wrote, I say I'm thankful for that pause, because if it hadn't been for that pause, I would not have lived enough life to be able to write the music that I wrote. And so, in a way, I'm thankful for that. And coming back to it was like coming home. And so it was a very much welcoming feeling whenever I got back on the stage, and I've been very blessed with wonderful musicians who there behind me, and so it's just home.
Do you feel like the lyrics have changed now that you've lived a lot of life?
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. Yes, the lyrics definitely have a lot deeper meaning. I think a lot of the things that I wrote yeah, when I was younger were so superficial, and I go back and I listen to myself now and I'm like, golly, what was I writing about?
Yeah,
Now I look and I'm like, yeah, that's life, that's living.
yeah.
So
It's just
it's something.
that's called a phase in life, right? Like, and
Exactly.
it's hard to kind of reminisce on that if there's not a pause, right? Like if you're just living that art over and over again, you may not even know that there is an evolution process happening. But art always evolves; it always changes with the landscape that it's brought to. So I mean, just to let people know out there, we're all over the world right now. So you are from Northeast Texas, obviously, in my neck of the woods, Longview and Dangerfield, and around that area. So
Mhm.
what's it like, kind of growing up in that environment musically?
Well, I grew up in Dangerfield, lived here my whole life. I loved it so much I moved across the street whenever
Yeah,
I got married. And the blessing and a curse, because everybody knows who you are and everybody knows who you are. I say that
yeah,
all the time. It was interesting because whenever I was growing up, East Texas was studded with all these little Opry houses that you could kind of, get your feet wet on the stage, and there wasn't a lot of judgment in that. And I learned a ton just from watching other artists on the stage, how they, presented themselves, and from the musicians. And so I feel like I was very blessed to be surrounded by a lot of community that supported live music and was willing to, foster the love of that in me at a young age, and allow me to grow that from the time I was 12 years old on stage up until I graduated high school. And that during those 6 years, I feel like that's where I kind of got my basis for who I was going to be as an artist. And then since then, the lyrics and the life have grown along with what I was taught then. So I feel like that I was very blessed to grow up in Northeast Texas.
Yeah, East Texas has a very diverse set of venues as well, even though,
Mm.
like, with COVID and stuff like that, obviously a lot of venues have disappeared, unfortunately. But yeah, there's just a diverse set. You mentioned the Aubries, you got churches and restaurants and
Mm.
festivals and fairs, and there's just so many different ways to get your art out there in East Texas, which is a great
Mm.
thing. But it can also be a bad thing because oversaturation and trying to break through that can really hinder an artist as well. I know that you've also obviously performed outside of East Texas, outside of Texas even. What's it like kind of getting away from your own neighborhood and sharing your art elsewhere?
Well, I've been very blessed actually that we've had good crowds. We've had lots of good response. People are very receptive, even though I'm not from the area. So I felt like that even though we were leaving what we were used to, we've gotten a great response. And it's always neat to see the different places and how the venues are set up and how they do music, and just the difference in people and where they live and how they respond to music is interesting to see.
Yeah, and also, I'd be remiss without pointing out some major milestones for you. One being signed to the Smith Music Group, which, for those of you that are outside of Texas, is kind of it when it comes to distribution deals in Texas. It is the cream of the crop here, in my opinion. Um,
Hmm.
you've also got a new female Texas female artist of the year nomination as well. This is going to be good stuff. Again, you're looking at the charts too. You see your name on there with people like Wade Bowen and the Bree
Hmm.
Bagwells and all of these massive names that we both just love and adore. I know it's going to be crazy seeing that, right?
Well, it is, and a lot of those people they're just such heroes of mine as far as
Right.
music goes. And the fact that I know them and have conversations with them in general is crazy. But for your name to be right up there with them, it definitely is validating to what I do. And most people don't know that I teach school, and so I teach school all day long, and then in the evenings I go sing, and on the weekends then I'm traveling all over the place. And so sometimes I get caught up on the fact that I'm a school teacher and a mom, and I forget, hey, but you got this whole other thing that you are too. And so it does validate that, and it makes me feel like I am doing the right thing. So
What's that like having that two sides of the same coin, teacher and entertainer?
well, it's fun actually because the kids think it's awesome.
Yeah, of
And
course.
yeah, and I'm pretty excited this year. They did ask me if I would be a part of career day. And so I get to set up and talk to the kids and like show all this stuff. And so that's going to be really fun for them to really see exactly what I do. But yeah, it's definitely, it's a passion. But I've always said if I didn't teach another day in my life, then I'd be okay. But if I didn't sing another day in my life, that would be detrimental. So
Yeah.
I'm blessed that I have two jobs that I absolutely love and am passionate about. But I know where my heart is for sure.
What's your favorite kind of gig to perform at? Is it full band? Is it acoustic? What is it for you?
It's full band. I mean, when we're all up there and there's feet moving on the floor, I mean, just the energy in the room rises, and it's just a big party for us.
Mhm.
And so the guys that I play with have been playing for, a long time. They've been professional musicians. That's all they do. And so to see them still enjoy it and to laugh and cut up and have a good time with me, and I can throw them under the bus, and we can, do things that we've never done before, and they're willing to go right off the cliff with me. And so
that's that's the
they're
that's the tour life right there in a nutshell.
yeah, exactly. So they're great, and so I love when we can all be together because it's just family,
Yeah.
and we get together and catch up and have a good time and eat dinner together, and stand in the parking lot till 3 in the morning talking because we like, didn't see each other 2 days ago or
Yeah,
something. We
yeah.
still need to talk about things. So, but it's fun, and
Explain to
that's
people
my
out there
favorite.
that may not know how hard it is to get to that point, right? Where your bandmates are brothers and your family and all that. Like, it doesn't happen overnight. Like, there's a lot of, you got to go through the audition period and get the right musicians, and the sound has to
Mm.
be good. The chemistry has to be good. You have to be tight, all of that. There's such a process involved in that. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, I think that there is a process, but unfortunately, I was kind of saved from it. I really haven't changed band members much. The guys that started with me 8 years ago are, for the most part, who still play for me. I had a connection with a band director. Kind of, he had a lot of different musicians that played for him, and the very first guitar player that ever came to play for me was Jerry Matheny, and he's been with me for 8 years now. And Craig Langford followed soon after that on the bass guitar, and I've been very blessed. The only change out that I've had to have is I had to change drummers, but it wasn't because of a chemistry. It was because he had a family thing that he had
Mm-hmm.
to step away from, and I understood that. And it just so happened that the guy who came in and stepped in for him, this is a really funny story. He was filling in that night on drums for us, and he said, "Well, I hear you're from East Texas." I said, "I am," and he told me where he was from, or I told him where I was from, and he said, "Well, I've got family from out there." I said, "Who?" And he told me. I said, "Shut up." I said, "You're my first cousin." And
No
we had no
way.
idea.
That's
And so
amazing.
cousin Rex sits behind me on the drums now, and he's been drumming for us for a while. And it's just, I've been very blessed. But
So
I
literal family on the drums.
literal family, yeah, literal family hanging out. But like I said, Jerry and Craig, their family. Bobby, hit Bobby Buckland on the keys. He's been with me for 4 years now or so, and I'm very fortunate I didn't have to go through that back and forth of who are we going to
Yeah,
use.
it's
I
hard.
just was, it's very hard. I hear
Yeah,
other people that have gone through it, and I just thank the Lord that he brought the right people at the right time in my life that have stuck with me and really helped build my brand. And
yeah.
so I've been very fortunate.
Do these guys play in the studio too on your recordings?
Jerry has played on some of my studio recordings. Milo Deering, he plays steel guitar for me sometimes, and
Yeah.
fiddle whenever the gig allows for that kind of budget. And he plays on all my albums. And so, yeah, there's several of them that do come into the studio and play, but some of them don't. So,
In case you
but
guys don't know out there, Milo Deering literally can play everything. I mean, I'm
oh
not
yeah,
kidding. I'm not kidding.
yes.
If it has strings on it, Milo can play it.
Oh well, he also plays the flute and the tuba,
Yeah, yep,
and so I
yep.
mean the piano, drums. He plays it all. It's
Yeah, and
crazy.
his daughter is equally talented, by the way,
Oh
Scarlett.
yes,
Oh my
Scarlett.
gosh,
Scarlett's
man.
crazy.
Man, you just never know who you're going to talk about on this show, man. It's so great. Let's talk about April's pick of the week. As you guys may know, we have several segments on the show. I'm really loving this gig that we do every Tuesday night. And April's pick of the week is a song called "Girl Going Nowhere" by the incredible Ashley McBryde. Why is this
Mm.
your song pick for the week, April?
Well, the first time I heard it, I thought, gosh, if there was ever a song that was written about my life, then here we go. Because, like I said, I grew up in a small town, and I can identify with that because everybody just knew me as the little girl who liked to sing at Captain Dangerfield days. And,
Mm-hmm.
she sang at church, but it was never really a thought. And I still think that to this day, there's still people who don't buy into the success that I've had, and they don't see it, just because I'm April, and that's who they've always known me as. I'm Hope's mom, I'm Cammie's mom, I'm Madison's mom, and I mean, and that I am all of those things too. But whenever I heard it, I thought, I remember when I got that first award nomination. The first year I came back into the music scene, and to be recognized that first time, and I just thought, it's not bad for a
Mm-hmm.
girl that they said wasn't really going to make it, and it wasn't long after that she came out with this song. And so I don't know, I kind of consider it an anthem for me, so that's why I picked it.
Man, it's crazy how a nomination can do that for you, how
Mhm.
validating it can be, even especially if you're not like actively seeking it out, right? Like you're not trying to get your fans to vote for it and all of that, man. I know exactly how that is. Like we got nominated for, I think it was Internet Personality of the Year one year from TRRRs, and they sent me an email on it, and I was just like, wow, now that's pretty
Mm.
dang cool, right? Like
Right, yeah.
people are paying attention. So that's
Hmm.
and that's the great, absolute great thing about Texas is having that infrastructure here to where people that you are contemporaries with Notice, right? I
Right.
love that. And the new single from April is an incredible song. I can't wait to play it for everybody out there. Once again, it's called Broken Rose Colored Glasses, right?
Broke my rose-colored glasses. Yes,
Broke my
sir.
rose colored glasses. I don't know why I glitched out there for a minute. Tell us
You're
about
good.
this. Tell us about the song. It's amazing, man. It's truly Texas country.
Yes, it is very much. So I had a terrible life experience. I always say everything that I write, it had to have come from the heart because if I wrote it, I had to have experienced it.
Yeah.
And so, I just had this terrible life experience, and this song came to me, and I wrote it back in July, I guess it was, and I got stuck, and I had like two lines that I could not fill in. And so I contacted Tim Slasner. He lives over at Hideaway Estates just outside of Tyler, and I knew him as a songwriter. We'd never written anything together, but he had told me if I ever needed anything, give him a call. So I called him up and I said, "Hey man, I am stuck on this song. I need two lines. If I send it to you, would you look at it?" He said, "Yeah, sure." 15 minutes later, he sends it back to me. Song finished, music written, completely in a different direction than what I thought it was going to be,
Of
and I
course.
fell in love with it. I sent it to my bass player and I was like, "Craig, listen to this. What do you think about this?" And he called me. He said, "Oh my God, I love it." And so I sent it to Greg White over at SG Studios, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm on fire about this one. Let's get it." And Milo and Aiden Bubeck, who previously played with Miranda, and Brendan Gilman and Josh Rogers came into the studio, and it was just like magic. It just all fell right into place, and I could not be more pleased with the way it turned
Yeah,
out.
and it charted everywhere. I mean, there's like
Oh yeah,
there's 3 or 4 charts here in Texas, and I know it was on all of them.
yes.
It's just super awesome. I'm excited to play the song. What's going on with you? What's coming up for you? You got new music? You got gigs, tours? What's going on?
I do. I have a new song that's going to be coming out May the 16th. Very excited about it. It's one of those that pushes right at the edge of not country. So it's just a little bit edgier than I've ever done before.
Okay.
And it follows along the same storyline with Broke My Rose Colored Glasses. It's kind of the next step in the process. And then we have two more songs to follow after that follow exactly the same story pattern. Like I said, it's like a storyboard all year long. So we have those four songs, and then another song that I wrote actually 9 years ago, and we've recently revived it, and I'm super excited about what's going to happen with that song towards the end of the year. It'll be a little bit before we release that, but lots of new music coming out for the rest of the year, and we're going to be opening for Stony LaRue
Ooh.
at um, oh, Rock the Boat. I was trying to remember what the name of it. They changed the name. It's called Rock the Boat out at Lake Bob Sandlin, July 4th weekend. I'm very excited about that, but we've got lots of full band gigs around East Texas and in the Dallas area in the next few months. So be sure you check out my calendar and come out and see us sometime. It's going to be a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
and the website is aprilnsmithmusic.com. That's where you can find all of that stuff, her tour, all of her social medias, stuff like that. I love the waterfall effect of releasing singles.
Mhm.
I think that's one of the coolest things that has happened in the new I guess instant access music industry. I love that. Meaning, just one single every couple of months, kind of like a waterfall. But do you plan on taking all of these songs and putting out a CD with all of them included, or is that just secondary to you?
Well, I released an album to begin with. I released enough back in 2020,
Hmm.
the album. And what I found was that I kind of did things backwards and got the cart before the horse. And I have some really great songs on that album that never saw radio airplay because the album came out and then it was, you can't release this to radio now unless you recut it as
Yep.
something completely different. I didn't know that. It's a learning process for me. I thought, boy, I'm going to get out there and put this album out, and I've got all these great songs, and then I messed up. And so that's the reason I've held off on trying to do another album. But now the issue more is nobody owns CD players anymore.
That's right.
Nobody can play them. I have CDs still out that people can get, but they just, I sell some every show, but not the way that they would have sold, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Whenever. it first came out. And so I'm a little hesitant. We've talked about vinyl, pressing some vinyl, but that process is pretty extensive and very expensive.
Very
A lot,
expensive,
a lot of
yes.
people don't realize how expensive it is to press vinyl, and so it's kind of been a hesitation. So we've just stuck with doing singles, but I'm not going to rule it out. I'm not going to say that we'll never do it. I just think that right now we're doing what makes sense for us, and it seems to be working. So that's what we're going to keep doing.
Well, I'm so stinking excited for you and everything you got going on. And again, so proud of you and just being a mom. And didn't know you were a teacher, but that makes it even
Yeah.
cooler. Just from where you've come from before the pause to where you are now, just awesome stuff. And you're always welcome here, always.
I appreciate that very much. Very
Yeah.
much. I
And
appreciate
I
that.
want to remind everybody again, it's at April N. Smith Music. That's pretty much everywhere you can follow along with her at that tag. And it's AprilNSmithMusic.com. You guys make sure you're checking that out. If you're watching on the YouTube recap of this, you can find those links in the description below. April, thank you so much for your time tonight.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much for having me. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. Let's get into the music, y'all. I'll catch you later, April.
Okay, thanks.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, you guys hopefully can still hear me. Guys, man, it's so cool to chat with an old friend like April. I've known April for a really long time. And again, man, I get emotional when I see and hear some of the folks that I've known for 8-10 years just absolutely killing it. And April is one of those that is absolutely killing it. I'm excited to share her brand new song, Broke My Rose-Colored Glasses. Sorry for the glitch, April. It's Broke My Rose-Colored Glasses. And here it is by the one and only April N. Smith.
There's a laundry list of reasons I should have walked out that door. Promises were made and chances given once more. But tonight, as I watched your taillights faded to blue, everything inside of me shattered, and then I knew you broke my rose-colored glasses, and nothing can be the same. You twisted and turned them and just stand here, burn them in flames.
time on Tunesday Tuesday. The song is called Broke My Rose-Colored Glasses. You can still call your local radio stations anywhere in the world to request this song if you do still listen to terrestrial radio. You can, of course, also request the song on any internet radio station. Force your DJs to play April N. Smith wherever you are. And now we're going to get to April's pick of the week, which we talked about during the interview. This is called Girl Going Nowhere by the one and only Ashley McBryde.
Don't waste your life behind that guitar. You may get gone, but you won't get far. You're not the first, and won't be the last. And you can tell us all about it when you come crawling back that road you're on. Just winds and winds. You're spinning your wheels, wasting your time. But when the lights come up and I hear the band, and where they said I'd never be is exactly where I am. I hear the crowd, I look around, and I can't find an empty chair. Not bad for a girl going nowhere. Get these calls out on the road. I heard your song on my radio. We always said you'd make it big, and I tell all my friends I knew you back when. So don't forget all us little folks, and when you crash and burn, remember we told you so. And then the lights come up and I hear the band, and where they said I'd never be is exactly where I am. I hear the crowd, I look around, and I can't find one empty chair. Not bad for a girl going nowhere. And all those folks who swore I'd never be anything. It took a whole lot of yes I wills and I don't care. A whole lot of basement dives and county fairs. To this show right now, and y'all sure look good out there. Not bad for a girl going nowhere. Not bad for a girl going nowhere.
Ashley McBryde live on Tunesday Tuesday. That is April's pick of the week. The song is called Girl Going Nowhere. I want to thank everybody who's tuning in tonight on both platforms, both on Facebook and on Twitch. Say hello. Don't be shy. Request a song if you'd like to. Just make sure the song is not hateful or offensive in any way. We will definitely play it. All genres are accepted and welcomed here on the show. Soundman Philip Westmoreland, welcome to the channel. Good to see you, my friend. Guys, longtime friend of mine, Miss Jade Marie Patek is our next song here on the show. She is originally from Shiner, Texas. That's right, for y'all outside of Texas, that Shiner, Texas. This song, I love it, love it, love it. Maybe we're in the wrong part of the year for it. I don't care. I love this song. It's called Voodoo Child, and guys, Jade Marie Patek is no joke. Y'all check it out.
straight to hell. There's a girl down in New Orleans, the prettiest thing I've ever seen. Her hair is red and her eyes are wide. I call her my beautiful voodoo child. Oh, she's my voodoo child. She might be kin to Marie Laveau, 'cause I never wanna let her go. That witchy woman's got my heart, even in death we'll never part. There's a girl down in New Orleans, the prettiest thing I'd ever seen. Her hair is red and her eyes are wide. I call her my beautiful voodoo child. Oh, she's my voodoo child. Oh, she's my voodoo child. My voodoo child.
It's Jade Marie Patek here on Tunesday Tuesday. The song is called Voodoo Child. And yes, y'all, that is Rio Trippiano from Copper Chief there on guitar. What a phenomenal artist he is as well, man. What a great song. Guys, unfortunately this week we have quite a few tributes for musicians that have left this world far too early. Last week, I don't think we had any tributes, and this week we have 4. Our first tribute of the week is an incredible songwriter. Troy Harold Seals was born on November 16th, 1938. He was an American singer, a guitarist, and a songwriter, member of the prominent Seals family of pop musicians that include Jim Seals of Seals and Crofts, Dan Seals of England, Dan and John Ford Coley, Brady Seals, who was the lead singer of Little Texas and Hot Apple Pie, and, of course, Johnny Duncan. During the 1970s, Seals recorded with Lonnie Mack and Doug Kershaw, and although he made 2 albums of his own, he is probably best known as a songwriter. His songs have been recorded by artists such as Joe Cocker, Eric Clapton, Nancy Sinatra, Randy Travis, Conway Twitty, Hank Jr., Elvis Presley, Roy Orbison, Charlie Rich, Levon Helm, Jerry Lee Lewis, and George Jones. You know, just a bunch of nobodies. Yeah. Seals played guitar also on numerous sessions for Recording Stars and collaborated on songs with Waylon Jennings, Vince Gill, Will Jennings, and others. He has co-written 3 songs nominated for the Country Music Association Song of the Year Award, including 7 Spanish Angels, Lost in the 50s Tonight, and If You Ever Have Forever in Mind. He also co-wrote L.A. Lady for the New Riders of the Purple Sage, along with Will Jennings and Donald Clinton Goodman. And of course, we lost Will Jennings this year as well. L.A. Lady was, of course, recorded by Dobie Gray. In recognition of his successful career, Troy Seals was also inducted into the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame. And we are saddened by his passing. But here is... There's a Honky Tonk Angel by Troy Seals.
When was the last time you kissed me? And I don't mean a touch now and then. It's been a long time since you felt like my woman, and even longer since I felt like your man. So tell me if you think it's over, then I'll leave it up to you how it ends. 'Cause if you don't want the love I can give you, there's a honky-tonk angel who'll take me back in. You never look at me and say, I love you. How much more do you think I can stand when there's an old friend out there and she's waiting, and she's happy just holding my hand? So tell me if you think it's over, then I'll leave it up to you how it is. 'Cause if you don't want the love I can give you, there's a honky-tonk angel who'll take me back in. Yes, there's a honky-tonk angel who'll take me back in.
Troy Sales gone way too soon. Phenomenal songwriter. Wrote one of the most famous songs in the history of music, in my opinion. Seven Spanish Angels is just an iconic song, and just a huge loss in the world of songwriting. Guys, we have another artist that is new to Tunesday Tuesday up next. Really excited about showing you guys this husband and wife duo from the open plains of Oklahoma. This is Maggie McClure and Shane Henry, better known as the Imaginaries. The song is called Wishing Well.
There's a tale from way back long ago
About how the healing water flows.
Star showed us the way to go. We packed our bags and left for the unknown. When I found that wishing well, bare my soul I did tell all the things that were my heart's desire. I took a drink from that wishing well, and to our times we bid farewell. Crimson water set my world on fire. That wishing well, that wishing well.
Spirits lifted, now I can see.
Since that holy water cover me, with God as my witness, I testify that I have been set free. I found that wishing well, bare my soul I did tell all the things that were my heart's desire. I took a drink from that wishing well, and to our times we bid farewell. Crimson water set my world on fire. That wishing well, that wishing well. Be careful what you say.
Be careful what you pray.
Be careful what you say. It might come true. desire. I took a drink from that wishing well. To our times we bid farewell. Cleansing water set my world on fire. That wishing well. That wishing well. Wishing well.
Imaginaries right here on Tunesday Tuesday with a song called Wishin' Well, and we are hoping, we are putting our wish into the wishing well that we can hopefully have Maggie and Shane on a future episode of the Boston Chris podcast. We have been in touch and I have emailed them, so hopefully that comes to fruition. We're excited about it if it does happen. Anyway, moving on to the music, all the way from Fredericksburg, Virginia, born and raised and recorded. This is Karen Jonas with Let's Go to Hawaii.
Darling, we need a vacation. My dear, you've been working so much. You've been at the office so late and so often. I've not seen your face in a month. We've already been to Miami. We've already been to New York. I'm tired of the Hamptons. Your sister in Scranton said Disneyland was just a chore. Let's go to Hawaii. Honey, what do you think? 707 coconut drink. Let's go to Hawaii. I've got it all planned. We'll have an adventure curated by nature. Yes, we'll fall in love again. I talked to our sweet travel agent. She said it's a total must-see. The most beautiful views from the most gorgeous rooms, and they painted the whole resort pink. Don't pack the kids in their car seats. We'll leave them with my mom instead. Suburbia's like a monster with claws, and his teeth are this white picket fence. Let's go to Hawaii. Honey, what do you think? Tandoor dancers, a big flaming drink. Let's go to Hawaii. I got it all planned. Aren't you feeling exotic? The brochure's hypnotic. Yes, we'll fall in love again. Let me pour you a drink. Let's go to Hawaii. I got it all planned. We'll lie on the beaches beneath the moonbeams, and yes, we'll fall in love again. And we'll sway in the breezes beneath the palm trees, and yes, we'll fall in love again.
Yeah, the one and only Karen Jonas for the first time on Tunesday Tuesday. The song is called Let's Go to Hawaii. Love the vibe of that song. I was excited to play that one tonight. Next up on the show, guys, hailing from just east of the huge city of Phoenix. He grew up in the desert near the Superstition Mountains, and I imagine that might be why his name is Sunshine. Guys, here is Sunshine James with a phenomenal song called Whiskey.
There's a long history of good men gone weak. They call it a disease, but it's only whiskey. We wasted some long nights on what we don't need. They call it a bloodline, but I see it clearly. It turns wisdom to weakness and heroes to gold. It takes fathers from daughters and fools from their gold. It feels like a young love, but it's only whiskey. Burns like a cold train. It's warm like first spring. It sings you a sweet song, but damn, it sounds lonely. And it turns wisdom to weakness and heroes to ghosts. It takes fathers from daughters and fools from their gold. It feels like an old friend, but it's only whiskey. Night after night, the same me, same lies. Whiskey don't own me, I find. Mama, don't cry. It turns wisdom to weakness and heroes to ghosts. It takes fathers from daughters and fools from their gold. It feels like a young love, but it's only whiskey. Think by now I'd learn, but I'm still drinking whiskey.
Sunshine James. The song is called Whiskey. And we are on to our second tribute of the night. Johnny Tillotson, the singer behind the huge 60s hits Poetry in Motion and It Keeps Right On A-Hurtin', has died at the age of 86. Tillotson's wife, Nancy, confirmed the news in a social media post a day after his death. Her post highlighted the singer's extraordinary achievements in music. Tillotson, a native from Jacksonville, Florida, shot to fame with his 1961 track Poetry in Motion, which reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. The following year, he released It Keeps Right On A-Hurtin', which hit number 3 on the Hot 100 and garnered him Grammy nominations for Best Country and Western Recording. The track would go on to be covered by numerous artists, including Elvis, Dean Martin, Bobby Darin, and Wanda Jackson, just to name a few. His 1965 song, Heartaches by the Number, would earn him his second Grammy nomination for Best Vocal Performance. In March, just days before his death, Tillotson released the song Everything I Touch Turns to Blue. Guys, here is his biggest song known ever. This is Poetry in Motion. Rest in peace, Johnny Tillotson.
When I see my baby, what do I see? Poetry, poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, walking by my side. Her lovely locomotion keeps my eyes open wide. Poetry in motion, see her gentle sway, all wave out on the ocean. Could never move that way. I love every movement. There's nothing I would change. She doesn't need improvements. She's much too nice to rearrange. Poetry in motion, dancing close to me, a flower of devotion, a swaying gracefully. Could never move that way. I love every movement. There's nothing I would change. She doesn't need improvements. She's much too nice to rearrange. Poetry in motion, all that I adore. No number 9 love potion could make me love her more. Oh, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Poetry in Motion, the huge number 1 hit or number 2 hit for Johnny Tillotson. Johnny has now passed on at the age of 86. And our next artist on Tunesday Tuesday, I just literally found out as I was searching for her hometown that her hometown is literally like 5 minutes from where I live. This is kind of crazy. I had no idea. But guys, this is Kaitlyn Kohler featuring the legendary Jamie Richards. The song is called This Could Be Love.
We both had walked down Lover's Lane. We almost give up on roses and champagne. Should we take the chance, put our hearts on the line. If forever one more time, this could be love we're feeling tonight. With you in my heart, it's never felt so right. There's no lifetime guarantee when it comes to you and me. This could be love we're feeling tonight.
You know my heart's been broke a time or two. I waited so long to find a love that's true. Together we'll just take it slow. 'Cause darling, you never know. This could be love we're feeling tonight. You in my arms, it's never felt so right. There's no lifetime guarantee when it comes to you and me. This could be love we're feeling tonight.
I like the way this feels so far.
Something's telling my heart this could be
This could be
love
love we're feeling tonight.
with you in my arms.
It's never felt so right. There's no lifetime guarantee when it comes to you and me.
This could be
This could be love.
This could be
I think it's love.
I think it's
I think it's love we're feeling tonight.
Good old Texas country right there by Kaitlyn, Kohler, and Jamie Richards. The song was called This Could Be Love. I am truly very, very, very excited to show you guys this next song. This is probably the one that I was looking forward to playing the most tonight. Just because I recently interviewed twice nominated Grammy Award-winning songwriter Jan Buckingham. Just interviewed her recently. She wrote songs for dang near everybody, and I mean that. Dang near everybody. And one of the segments I have on my podcast is called One Artist. And I asked Jan who was one artist she wished the whole world could know about. And she chose this young man. His name is J4, otherwise known as Joseph Wandis IV, born in Buffalo, New York. And this song is called Beautiful Lies. It features Arianna Pappas. And man, what an incredible song this is. I know you guys are going to love it. Check it out right here in all its glory. J4 with Beautiful Lies.
Met you by happenstance, taking me by the hand, wrapped in a dream that we made all our own. Said I was the only one under that summer sun. Nothing else mattered when you were my home. You created a fantasy, hearts in a haze, but I watched it all slip away. Beautiful lies, lost in your eyes, falling into a love I would lose. You took your time, with this goodbye, weaving a web right around the truth. But I see right through you and all of your beautiful lies. I popped the question without hesitation. You said that you wanted me for all of time. There was no saving the plans we were making. Forever was victim to changing your mind. Beautiful lies, lost in your eyes, falling into a love I would lose. You took your time with this goodbye, weaving a web right around the truth. But I see right through you and all these beautiful lies that you tell me. You were so happy and couldn't imagine a life without us. Now the places we go are just filled with your ghosts and the remnants of what we call love. Beautiful lies, a perfect disguise, 'cause my heart was yours to use. Beautiful lies, lost in your eyes, falling into a love I would lose. You took your time with this goodbye, weaving a web right around the truth. But I see right through you and all of your beautiful lies. I see right through you and all of your beautiful lies.
Y'all don't sleep on this young man. Now J4 with Beautiful Eyes featuring Arianna Pappas. Man, I'm so excited about playing that song tonight and really dig the music. Been listening to him a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed that one as much as I do. Anyway, next up on Tunesday Tuesday, we are playing a phenomenal young singer on the show for the first time. Aubrie Sellers is her name. The song is called Shine. And Aubrie Sellers just happens to be the daughter of two incredible singer-songwriters. One is, of course, Jason Sellers, and her mother is, of course, Leanne Womack. This is Shine by Aubrie Sellers.
Shine
Sellers the first time on Tunesday Tuesday with a song called Shine. And I got to thank my buddy Cool Me over there on Twitch for the $1 donation. Thank you for supporting the show. Guys, that means we are only $19 away from unlocking a 60-minute extension to the stream, which means more music and means I would have to really come up with music quickly. I have no plan for the extra hour, so if we are able to reach $20 in donations total during the show, we will play an extra 60 minutes of music. We are to our third tribute of the week, and that means this third one is for Michael Hurley, has died. The singer, who is known as the godfather of freak folk, died suddenly on April 3rd, his family announced on Instagram. He was 83 years old. Michael Hurley was born in Pennsylvania in 1941. The self-taught folk singer and guitarist released his debut album, First Songs, in 1964. Hurley, who was known to draw his album's unique cover art, went on to release more than 20 LPs over the next 5+ decades. His final release during his lifetime was The Time of the Foxgloves in 2021. Per NPR, prior to Hurley's death, he had finished recording and designing the artwork for his next album, Broken Homes and Gardens, which is due out later this summer. Quote, calling me an outsider artist? Yes, I think it's apt. It's taken me a long time to join the gang, Hurley told The Guardian in 2021. The way music comes to you, it's like dreaming. Something's going on. Melodies just drop into my thinking. Oftentimes, musicians have trouble with irregularities, but not everyone's the same. That's how it is. Some people feel its beauty. Michael Hurley, the godfather of freak folk, has passed away at the age of 83. Here is his song, Hog of the Forsaken, which is known for being part of an incredible, incredible movie and show. Deadwood.
The forsaken got no reason to cry. He got to chew the angels falling from on high. He ain't waiting for no answer, begging woeful pie. Pie of eyesight, pie blue black. Oh, that pie, the pie of by and by. Of the forsaken, well, he ain't like you and I, with bones always breaking and no place to go lie. He's in the box so dark and wet, he got so much time. He ain't even worried yet, the hog of the forsaken, he is the pork of crime. The forsaken, he'll leave you one more chance, which if you won't be taken, he'll leave it for the ants. He sings out in the wilderness, he sings for friend and foe. He sings of these and those times as well as the times to go. In the heart of the forsaken, he swims out into the sea. Bind the alligator guard, chase the leaping mullet. He chokes the water hyacinth, go into the sea. The hog of the forsaken, he is the hog for me. To the sea, hog of the forsaken, he is the hog for me.
All right, that is Michael Hurley. Michael Hurley, the godfather of freak folk, with his song that came from the hit TV series Deadwood, Hog of the Forsaken. Rest in peace, Mr. Michael Hurley. As you guys may know, every single week here on Tunesday Tuesday, we do feature a song from my upcoming, most recent podcast guest. And this week we have two different guests, two different episodes for the podcast this week. The first one is a legendary musician, recording artist, singer, songwriter, author, actor, you name it. This man has done it. The front man from the 80s and 90s incredible band McBride and the Ride. This man has had over 20 songs cut by the legendary duo Brooks and Dunn. This right here is my guest for episode number 58 on the Boston Chris podcast. Here is Terry McBride with Hotels and Highways.
I was born with a restless, rambling heart, not one to be fenced in. Before I can hang my hat, I'm already gone again. Girl, you need to know before you go and fall too hard. My roots are wrapped around a pair of tail lights in the dark. Hotels and highways, it's all I've ever known. More miles and memories of falling asleep alone, waking up to the hum of the traffic at the door. Your whole life in a suitcase on the floor. It's all staring at walls and late night calls from my home away from home. Hotels and highways, yeah. A guy like me is used to getting lost out on the road. I moved too quick to see where a kiss like this might go. So I hold you close and make the most of this setting sun going down. And like a leaving song, I'll be long gone before it rolls back around. Hotels and highways, it's all I've ever known. More miles and memories of falling asleep alone, waking up to the hum of the traffic at the door. Your whole life in a suitcase on the floor. It's all staring at walls and late night calls from my home away from home. Hotels and highways, yeah. You get used to the hum of the traffic at the door. Your whole life in a suitcase on the floor. It's all staring at walls and late night calls from my home away from home. Hotels and highways, yeah. Hotels and highways, yeah. Hotels, hotels, hotels.
phenomenal human being and artist from Lampasas, Texas, my man Terry McBride, is episode number 58, and that episode will be live Friday night around 6 p.m. wherever you watch and listen to your podcasts. YouTube and Spotify are the best places to find it, and I hope you guys will check it out. It was a really cool conversation, as was my conversation with the beautiful and talented Miss Cynthia Rausch from Southwest Kansas, the brand new female vocalist of the year from Texas Regional Radio Report. She just won that like last Monday or something like that. Just super excited to have Cynthia Rausch on the Boston Chris podcast. Her episode is number 59, and that comes out Saturday night at 6 p.m. And this is her current single called Coming Home. Ridiculously good song. Y'all check it out.
I'm about as far as I'm going. Welcome home. I'm sure your family and all your friends are going to be glad to see you.
Thank you, sir.
Walking these old dirt road side streets, looking at the sights and reminiscing, wondering what's changed since I've been gone. I'm coming home. It's like yesterday that I left here. Time flies and now it's been years, but I know this is where I belong.
Hey, Grandpa.
I'm coming home. Coming home to the family, the friends and the memories, the ones I love and the ones I regret. Coming back on the one I left behind. Thank God it wasn't over yet. We're not made to live this life alone, so I'm coming home. Fear almost stopped me from returning. Thought others won't forgive the bridges burning, but I'm planning to rebuild what is gone now that I'm home. And I know it won't be the same that it was, but that's okay, 'cause I will always love this place and the ones who call it home. Yeah, that's my home. Coming home to the family, the friends and the memories, the ones I love and the ones I regret. Coming back to make a new life built on the one I left behind. Life alone, so I'm coming home. We're not made to live this life alone, so I'm coming home.
Cynthia Rausch is my guest on episode 59 this Saturday night, wherever you watch and listen to podcasts. Make sure you check out that phenomenal conversation which includes a live version of the song you just heard and one of her brand new songs that is not out yet, called Sad Songs, that we include on that episode. You guys make sure you're checking that out. That's episode 59 with Cynthia Rausch, Saturday night. Moving on to our last tribute of the evening, Mr. Wayne Handy passed away on April 1st, 2025. He was born on May 14th, 1935 in Eden, North Carolina. He was aged 89 at the time of his death and passed away in Devon, Pennsylvania. Wayne Jackson Handy grew up in neighboring Reidsville, North Carolina, a once thriving tobacco town and home to the American Tobacco Company. Wayne's father was a farmer and letter carrier, and his mother a housewife. The last of 5 children, Wayne enjoyed singing popular church songs with his sister, Frances. In 1956, he joined a Reidsville swing dance band called the Blue Flames, for which he provided vocals. 1957, he was scouted by a local man to come down to Durham, North Carolina, and sing on the local television show Saturday Night Country Style with Jim Thornton. Watching the performance that night was Howard Rambeau, the owner of a small Durham label called Renown Records. Howard called the TV station that night before Wayne left to ask if he wanted to record for Renown. Wayne signed with Renown Records and released his very first single called Say Yeah in 1957. And that song is what we are playing tonight in tribute of Mr. Wayne Handy. Here it is, Say Yeah, 1957.
Well, I say, sugar, do you love me? I'll say, honey, do you really care? I'll say, sweetheart, may I have you and may I take you with me everywhere? I say, yeah, say, yeah. I want to be your very own. Say yeah, because I'm all yours and yours alone. And I said, darling, do you miss me? I'll say, baby, do you want me to? I'll say, oh, 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 do you love me half as much as I love you? I say, yeah, you know I'm just crazy over you. Say, yeah, I only say it 'cause I know you love me too. I'll say, baby, do you want me to? I'll say, oh, 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 do you love me half as much as I love you? I say, yeah, you know I'm just crazy over you. Say, yeah, I always say it 'cause I know you love me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I sure miss the bass sounding like that, right? Wow, what a freaking bass-heavy song. I love that song very, very much. Rest in peace to Mr. Wayne Handy with the song called Say Yeah. Again, Renown Records from 1957. Guys, we have gotten to our second ever Global Song of the Week. And this week's Global Song of the Week is performed by Rodrigo y Gabriela. They are a Mexican acoustic guitar duo featuring musicians Rodrigo Sanchez and Gabriela Quintero. They reside in Mexico City, but they began their career in Dublin, Ireland, believe it or not, where they played for the first 8 years of their career as a duo. Their music consists largely of instrumental duets on the flamenco guitar, with a musical style influenced by a number of genres, including nuevo flamenco, rock, and heavy metal. Here is their song titled Finding Myself Leads Me to You. Rodrigo y Gabriela, the global song of the week, here on Tunesday Tuesday. That's Rodrigo y Gabriela, the Mexican City duo. Just fabulous stuff right there. I'm so excited about the global song of the week, and hopefully we can keep that going. It's going to be difficult trying to find good songs from all over the planet, but I'm hopefully me and the wife are up to the challenge. I think it's going to be fun. And if you guys have any requests that or songs that you would like to recommend that are global songs from somewhere other than the United States, let me know. My email is thebostonchrishow@gmail.com. Anyway, on to our next segment or feature here on the channel. This is my TikTok Stop Scrolling Song of the Week, which, as you may know, if you watch the show, this is basically a song, artist, or band that makes me stop my scroll when I'm TikToking. This band is from the Atlanta, Georgia area. They are a pop punk band that was formed in June of 2024. Their current lineup consists of rhythm guitarist and lead vocalist Eric Dangerfield, lead guitarist and additional vocalist Zelon, drummer PC3, and bassist Rayman. This is The Paradox with the song Miss Lauren.
Keep on failing, I can't pass a test. And I stay up all night, don't get sleep, don't get a rest. Cause I'm thinking about you, you know what I mean. And my bed sheets got stains, cause you're stuck in my dreams. Oh well, cause when your blonde hair's tied up, I don't know what to do. We gotta find a way to stop me from falling for you. You're just my teacher, I shouldn't persist. You bend over to help me, I just can't resist. It's those thick thighs and tight jeans you dress to impress. When I peek at your chest, I spell MILF, oh yeah. Cause when your blonde hair's tied up, I don't know what to do. We gotta find a way to stop me from falling. Cause I can't last, this won't pass. Can I stay after class? We gotta find a way to stop me from falling for you. Cause when your blonde hair's tied up, I don't know what to do. We gotta find a way to stop me from falling. Cause I can't last, this won't pass. Can I stay after class? We gotta find a way to stop me from falling for you. I can't stop falling for you. I can't stop falling for you. I can't stop falling for you.
All right, it's The Paradox from Atlanta, Georgia. The song is Miss Lauren. Man, I love that band, and I hope for big things from them. Let me see here. You can find them. I think they're at theparadox.com, but I want to double check that for y'all. So just let me do that right quick. You can find them at The Paradox Band on Instagram. And their link tree. Let me see if they have. I don't see a website for them. They're pretty much the Paradox Band everywhere. So make sure you're following along with them. Love them big time. And our number one song in Texas this week goes to a young man from El Paso, Texas, with a song that reminds me. The song title is essentially my wife. She goes good with tequila. When I look at my wife, she goes good with damn near everything. Just everything. Yeah, there's nothing she doesn't go good with. But tequila is one of those things. And here is the number one song in Texas this week. She Goes Good with Tequila by Brian Mars from El Paso, Texas.
Everything sweeter, you know it when you meet her. She's got kisses that'll change your life. It's like double shots when you get what she's got. I can taste it on her lips tonight. She goes good with tequila, like salt and lime. makes everything better on a Saturday night. She looks good under neon, dancing all night long. She goes good with tequila and a good country song. Summer, she's warm and she's warmer, smooth on her roughest day. She makes it go down easy, you better believe me, you'll never wanna drink it straight. She goes good with tequila, like salt and lime. She makes everything better Saturday night. She looks good under neon, dancing all night long. She goes good with tequila and a good country song. She goes good with tequila, country song.
It's Brian Mars, #1 in Texas. She goes good with tequila like salt and lime. It's very true. Guys, we are on to our marquee artist of the week. And I'm excited to present to you our marquee artist of the week this week. He is from Winsboro, Texas. His name is Mac Hankins. His songs, I believe, have been on the show before. The band is Mac Hankins and the Moonlighters. My good buddy Tony McGovern is also in this band. I'm hoping someday that we can get to chat with Mac for a future episode of the podcast as well. And of course, because Mac is our marquee artist of the week, that means we do a double play of Mac right here live on Tunesday Tuesday. The first song of this double play is called Down. It is the current single from Mac and the Moonlighters. Y'all check it out.
Bet you're sick of carrying all the weight of my mistakes. I'm down and out, I died by the sound. Don't let them take what we create. Just living in the moment, proving that I own it. Waiting till I stop dreaming. Tell me how it all went down.
second half of our double play of this week's marquee artist, known as Mac Hankins and the Moonlighters, is Lullabies. Here it is.
You can save your breath from lullabies you hate to sing. Take my word, I don't need help to fall asleep. And even though it's been days, well, I can't eat. You break my bones, throw your stones, and in the end I'm all alone. But I guess things will be easier again. Dashboard just keeps screaming childers. My skin flares up and I get chills, cause I think we went too far. Lies and cheating, good at deceiving, makes a mess of us some evenings. But still you're sitting by the phone, just wishing I would come home. Do you still turn our playlist on when you're dying to feel something wrong? And your eyes seem to say you hate I'm gone, but the leaves ain't brown, I'm out of town. And all my lullabies are gone, yeah, they're gone. All packed up, but it seems I missed one thing. I forgot to cut your string you put on me, cause I've been ready to go out of this town or out of my mind. Cause if I see you one last time, I may not stop. Cause you should turn our playlist on when you're dying to feel something wrong. And your eyes seem to say you hate I'm gone, but the leaves ain't brown, I'm out of town. And I'm all above our song, yeah, they're so.
Our marquee artist on the double play from Mac Hankins and the Moonlighters here on the 23rd episode of Tunesday Tuesday. April 8th, 2025 is in the books. I want to thank April N. Smith, my buddy from a long time ago, longtime friends, April N. Smith being here on the show to chat about her single, Broke My Rose-Colored Glasses. So awesome to be able to chat with her again. April, again, thank you for coming on. I appreciate everybody who has tuned in tonight. I got to tell you guys, we are having a very special version of this show next week. I'm not sure what just happened there, but here is our guest next week. This is Mr. Chuck Weimer, who's going to be on the show next week. What's cool about next week is we're going to call it the cool covers version of Tunesday Tuesday. Most, if not all, of the songs next week are going to be covers of really well-known songs, including Chuck's new single, which is a cover version of Bowling for Soup's big pop punk song, 1985, which is going to feature Jarrett Reddick, the frontman of Bowling for Soup. I can't wait to show you guys that song. It's a countrified version of that song. We're also going to have cover songs all week long next week, so y'all make sure you tune in. We're, of course, still going to have our number one in Texas, our TikTok Stop Scrolling, our global song of the week. All of that stuff is also going to be here next week as well. So make sure you're tuning in for episode 24 featuring Chuck Weimer. That will be next Tuesday, April 15th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hope you guys will tune in. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you support the channel, and I'll catch you guys down the road. Thanks for watching.